Indian music director launches his biography named Notes of a Dream. So take a look at the launch of the A.R Rahman's biography.
So, sorry for the delay because, as usual, I was working till morning 5 and I had to catch a flight back to Chennai to attend the function of 2.0, the movie, with Akshay Kumar and Rajinikanth, then take a flight back here, get freshened up, and then get ready for this.
Well, you are always worth the wait, Mr. Rahman.
Thank you, thank you.
We agree? Can we second that with a round of applause? Absolutely. I can't see anyone who's not clapping. Thank you for being here, and thank you for talking to us.
Yes,
And Krishna, congratulations. You've done an absolutely fantastic job with the book.
Thank you.
Yes?
I want to acknowledge Nasrin Muni Kabirji, who's written my other book, Spirit of a Dream, and even that book was beautiful. And so I told Krishna, you have competition.
Major inspiration, Muniji.
Another fantastic book, so which we again need to clap for. Ladies and gentlemen, that Mr. A.R. Rahman is a man of few words is a very universally known and very reluctantly accepted fact. In journalistic circles, much as we'd all love to meet, talk to, and write about this superbly talented man who has made us all so proud, from a journalist's point of view, interviewing A.R. Rahman is still considered a challenge. Will he speak? Will he not? Will he answer in monosyllables? And if he does, how will I flesh out my 600 words? I first met A.R. Rahman as a 21-year-old young journalist at a recording studio where Subhash Ghai was recording Tal. I reached there at about 9 a.m. and they had worked all night. And I was introduced to Mr. Rahman. And suddenly, a family friend turned up. Singer Sukhwinder was known to the family at that time. And in his true Punjabi style, he said, Rahman sir, ye hamare ghar ka bachcha hai, isse baat kijiye. The monosyllables I expected that day turned the 600-word copy into a 750-word copy. So ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to try and work that magic again and get Rahman sir to talk. And I hope it works. In case it doesn't, I'm going to enlist Krishna, who's done a 400-page book, tumbling out parts of A.R. Rahman's life that we really didn't know about. Mr. Rahman, I'm going to start with you. Being the supremely private person that you are, what made you accept the fact that you would authorize a biography?
I think my life keeps changing. When I started, I couldn't articulate my words. I couldn't articulate my sentences, or it couldn't keep up with my mind. So my mind was faster than my, intellect. So I thought speaking less is better and working more was better. And I think in music, before you could tell something, you can do with your fingers and your heart. And I believe that. And anyway, the people are not interested in listening to my words. They were more interested in my music, and that was convenient for me so far. But things have changed now. Because when you write a story, which I started writing when all these long travels led me to experience many things in life, see the other side of Earth, and study and see this world turning into something else, and which forced me to, the humanity inside me forced me to start writing characters. And also, instead of complaining about filmmakers I've worked with some amazing filmmakers, I'm very grateful to them, but I also felt that more could be done because of what I learned from the Western world in a way, in London West End or Broadway or in Hollywood. And so that led me to, why can't we do movies like this? Or can we have a character like this? And so, that will force me to challenge myself to produce something else, some other music. Whether they like it or not, I don't know, but So that led me to 99 Songs, the first movie.
No, that's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about the films because that's one part of your life we know such little about. And we look forward, of course, to the movie. But a biography means private parts of your life, which you have kept guarded and not spoken about, coming out either through you or through people around you. How did you get into the comfort zone to say yes to those stories?
I mean,
coming out
it
of
is what it is, and people know my biography.
Yes.
It's no secret.
No.
And so they know for the past 26, 27 years.
Yes.
And I've been telling the story again and again.
Yes.
And I'm not bored with it because I know that different generations are going to listen to it.
Yes.
The generation which listen to that has
Yes.
changed. They're busy now.
Yes.
So the other generation, if
Yes.
they're interested, they could listen
Yes.
to it. So with that thought, I tell the story again with enthusiasm.
So just to give you a perspective of a reader, your stories are inspirational. and that is what's going to change the generation. Krishna, you knew this was going to be a task. You knew it was not going to be easy. You knew you would have to really dig into getting answers. What made you take up the challenge?
I think what we need to understand before everything else is Mr. Rahman's journey has been one of constant transformation. He has always been transforming himself, starting from jingles to movies, Tamil movies to Hindi movies, Hindi to international. We had Vande Mataram, we had Broadway. So many instances of jumping out of the comfort zone and going into completely unexpected things. The latest of these being movies. So I was fascinated because I think one of the biggest problems we as human beings face is the unwillingness to go out of our comfort zone. And here is a man who's at the top of his game each time and bounding into the unknown. I thought there was an inspirational story just waiting to happen over there. And of course, Mr. Rahman is, to quote many people I spoke to, a national treasure. So it's a huge, huge responsibility to have on my hands. But I thought I wanted to do this because, as he said, there are many generations that have been and many generations to come that need the inspiration that you can find in his life. So taking all these things into account, I fired him a mail, I think out of the blue one day, saying that, you know, Rahman sir, your life has been about transformation each time. Why don't we analyze all your previous transformations based on this most recent transformation, becoming a movie maker? And I was not I wasn't expecting a reply, much less a positive one, but he said, love the idea, let's go ahead. And that's how it started.
Coming from my perspective, I always want to see more writers in India. Write our stories, and because you always get inspired by world culture, world literature and everything. We have great literature too in our own languages, regional languages. So Krishna had just finished that book, and he's the son of my friends, Tirlok and Sharda. And I'm grateful to them because they introduced me to Mani Ratnam. So that goes there. So there's great history in his heritage.
But for a 19-year-old, 23.
I know it doesn't make it much better.
Fantastic depth, right? And until this afternoon, before I came here and saw his photograph, I was going to call him Mr. Trilok because I really thought he was a senior gentleman who's written this story. So, Rahman sir, you obviously got the right person, and fantastic job.
I was very worried because it's a double-edged sword.
Yes.
If it goes wrong, then
Either it
both of us will
goes
be,
the Snapchat way, or
Justly so.
Yes.
And when I went to Penguin, Miss Manasi Subramaniam at Penguin and pitched this idea, she said that if you write it, we will take it. But I'm sure they were worried that halfway through I might decide to go party and not finish it, or worse still, they'd open it and they'd see.
we should ask Mansi, what did you think?
That's for another time.
Right. We'll get to that. But you know, what's most endearing is these little secrets about your life. Now, they're not secrets, but we just didn't know them. For instance, your penchant for how things need to be tidy. Does
That's recent.
untidiness make you angry?
No, I think I also evolved.
Yes.
my computer desktop, first of all, when I started using, computer from 94.
Right.
Or, before that was different PCs, now I switched to Mac.
Okay.
So when I worked on Vande Mataram,
Right.
the March album,
Right.
I worked with a German programmer.
Right.
And he was getting paid a lot of money, £1,000 a day.
Yes.
And the first 2 days, he just cleaned up my desktop.
Right.
He didn't work,
Right.
just cleaned up everything, organized everything. And
Right.
third day, he said, I can't work on this.
Right.
I said, you've taken my money,
Right.
and you just clean up my desktop. And then
Right.
you say, now we can't work. I said,
Right.
I just give it a shot.
Yes.
He was worried that, he didn't know how to do it. I
Yes.
said, think
Yes.
about it.
Yes.
Don't feel, I won't judge you.
Yes.
Then, he came up with that sound of the drums. And
Right. Right.
So,
No, but there's an anecdote from your sister who says that as a boy, you told her how to clean the house, or that she was not doing a good job, and whether she'd do a good job after
no,
she got
actually,
married.
it was recent. She got confused. It was
Ah.
recent when I renovated my mom's house,
Uh-huh.
and then she had a room.
Yes.
So after 6 months, I went, saw a room. I said, what is this? What have you made?
Yes.
I spent a lot of passionate, in getting the color right and everything for my mom, and then you come and,
Mess it
no,
up.
don't worry, that's how I live. I said, no, this is my mom's house, and you have to
Right.
keep it clean.
Spati report from Next 9 World.